This is Prime Time, an independent thinker streaming from the great studio Love 97,000 Boulevard. Tonight, in studio with me tonight, good friend, long co-host. I hope the rallies in the chair tonight, but we got plenty to talk about tonight. Plenty to talk about, the U.S. election just ended. I'm glad that it's passed, man. Oh boy, that was a thunderstorm, and I'm glad that it's over. That's behind us. I must congratulate the former returning former president of the United States. He'll be returning back to office. Donald J. Trump, he'll be coming back in office, and I must accept that I spoke wrong, and I was pulling for Kamala, and I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Democrat. I don't support the Democrat. I was pulling for Kamala Harris, not because she's black, but because she had a plan. And the incoming former president, 47th president of the United States, will be Donald Trump, John J. Trump. They don't carry honorable. That's the English legal system term. I must say that I must begin the show by admitting that I was wrong, that Kamala Harris will win. She has lost. And we must move on. I hope she had win. I didn't get carried away. I just was pulling for her. That's it. Must move on. But the Bahamian people must remember that when the Republican Party is in power, the Bahamas do well. And to prove that, in one of the tabloids, the next morning after the election, the Wednesday morning, the election was Tuesday night, the MGM crew from Vegas to Vegas Strip was the first thing on the headline the next morning about buying the ladders. And I believe if Kamala Harris had won the election, United States election, you wouldn't see that particular editorial might have not have shown up. But money travels in vast numbers once the Republican Party is in power. History have shown that when the Republicans in power, the Bahamas and countries like the Bahamas do very well. Big money spends when Republicans in power. And also a supporting cast of that is that the stock market went up some 30 or so percent the next morning. Open up at some 30% increase. Telsa 15% increase. The Elon Musk and the X Group and Mr. Trump, all of this, and everything went up. The stock market enjoy that good news that the Republican Party has won, and Donald Trump is the prime minister. They know tax cut will come for the rich. But the main people, the black persons, and not only that, those who voted for Mr. Trump must remember that during the pandemic, and I never forgot this, during the pandemic, the oil stock market had fallen below 1 cent. It was negative some 13 or 18 or 20, 36 cents or something like that. I don't know, negative, below 1 cent. The value of 1 cent. That's how low the stocks for the oil market had fallen during the pandemic. As when I made a statement when the Free National Movement was in power, and I said that this would have been a great time for the Bahamas to buy the oil stocks. If we buy $5 or $10 billion in oil stock at that time, and it was negative, the country would have never ever had to need money again.
And can I join in now?
Go ahead.
Thank you, Marlon, for the invite. Good evening, Bahamas. And what the Bahamas government buying oil for? Because they don't buy directly from the supplier. So what the Bahamas government would have been buying oil for? I'm asking a question.
You want me to answer?
Yeah.
Well, the Bahamas government don't buy oil. The Bahamas government has a quasi corporation called BPL now. BPL, based on my limited understanding, because they don't want you to have the Freedom of Information Act, so you'll be able to speak authoritatively on the facts. But based on my limited information and understanding, is that private companies buy fuel and sell it to BPL. BBL don't buy fuel directly from people who drill oil.
Yeah.
Which causes 2 and 3 middlemen, like how the former member of Parliament of Blue Hill, Honorable Leslie Miller, have said on my show over repeatedly. Oil fuel is so high in this country because of the middlemen.
Yeah.
We are buying fuel from places who don't drill oil. I keep saying that. If we were to buy oil directly from the driller, it would never be this expensive.
So the whole cost.
It appears,
So the cost of living national will be
right. The cost of living
Yes.
will drop because fuel has been for decades set the pace and the tone for the value of money.
yes.
Right. You know, as fuel goes up, everything else goes up because you need fuel to either make them, transport them, or even reinvent them. You need fuel.
Yeah.
So fuel is almost the setting pace of everything else
So
in life.
all right. So and
Other than oxygen.
this government.
Other than oxygen and
Every
feed.
government mandate, every time their speech from the throne, every time is reduce the cost of living for Bahamian. Make it livable better than what it is, right? And they don't do that. You know, we're gonna purge this country from all of them. Dead. Only dead. All of them could die out. Like me, you, and everybody else in the world. You know, dead. Because the
Yeah, but
Bahamian
they-
people.
but-
no, let me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
The Bahamian people don't have the will, the brain, and you said that earlier this morning, you know. We as Bowden people far less educated, far less sensible than us.
We had one of the
managers.
One of the prime minister, and I quote a statement that was made some years ago. One of the former prime ministers of the Bahamas, he said that he used to come 28 or the 26 students.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, he used to come 3 more spot last than all more people in the class. And he say, and when he get up, he's have to give instructions to people with PhD.
Yeah.
And I don't blame him for clowning, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't blame him for the overstatement, understatement, hyperbole, metaphor, whatever, personification, whatever he uses.
Yeah.
I don't blame him for clowning on black people in this country. Why? Because they give him the authority to do that.
Yeah.
Because if you was to come 28 or the 26 student and you bragging how you was giving instructions to people with PhD, it clearly shows that the Bahamian people continuously, repeatedly, doing something that is opposite to, you got to triangle upside down.
So that's
you
why-
put the most brilliant set of people on top.
So that's why we still buy in oil
right.
from a middleman.
No, not only that, right? The Bahamas is a place, Mr. Torelli, that has sun recorded 97% of the time of the year.
Yeah.
You know, 97% you got sun. People don't see sun right now in Canada. Night is only must be 5 hours.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm
The
saying?
sun 24 hours is certain parts of northern hemisphere.
You know what I say?
Yeah.
Daylight in Canada is must be
Yeah.
some 5 or 6 hours. And the rest is dark.
Yeah. So
3 o'clock in the evening, you dark.
So solar voltaic and
So
solar
what?
panels all have been around.
Listen to me. Why
thousands
in
and
the
thousands of
hell
years.
in 2024 they're buying big generators? Because remember, you go back, we had the crew from the Wasilla generators, right?
Yes.
When they was caught up in the big scandal, right? When they Fred Ramsey and all that, right? Then they had the Shell West generators.
Yeah.
Then they, I mean, why are you buying up all these generators? All you
Or
have to do,
leasing.
listen, all you have to do, the pairs that we the people must tell them, right? All they need to do, if it's not a conspiracy against the black poor people in this country to continuously taking the little they earn and hand it to the rich, then all they have to do is simple,
See,
all duty in taxes, all duty, 100% duty free in solar
balance.
products.
Yeah.
Because you have batteries, you have solar panels, you have wires. All solar products are duty free. All windmill products producing energy, duty free. All, any kind of electrical system that generates electricity, right? Other than generators and fuel operated or run or manufactured equipment, duty free. And I guarantee you, the Bahamians will slowly wean themselves of BPL. But when you really understand, right, that they're intentionally forcing you to stay on BPL, right, so that they can continuously move, they're continuously making the government appears to be. Right? They make the government look like like the government is a central collection agency to collect money from the poor to hand to the rich. They forcing you to stay on solar on electricity. They might be buying this is in 2024, Mr. Dorelli. They might be buying smaller generators, not bigger generators. If you buying bigger generators, I mean you anticipating more people to stay on it.
Yeah, but you use the wrong fuel.
Not only wrong fuel. That's if you need to work with the old fuel. We need to get up that sun. Listen, sun is free, Dario.
You and I.
Wind is free. You don't pay for that.
You and I could go to our grave. But I talk about purge. This country need to get purged, and death will do it naturally because the citizens can't they don't purge these people who strangle us into poverty, right? You and I could go to our grave. We feel good that other than the two major parties, we tried our best to try what we believe to change the dynamics of this country. Central Bank at one point in time put out that 8 out of 10 Bahamians have less than $1,000. And Bahamians, everywhere you go, there's a gathering of 10 people. Count 8, and if you ain't one of the 8, then you know that 8 people of that crowd have less than $1,000. Right? And so, even persons who are making good salary, the cost of living is too high. Because if you make a little more, you will have a better car. Your kids will go to a better school, a college, I should say, outside the country.
School,
yeah, school.
College,
whatever it is, you will buy better fine clothes and all of that, and so that means you still tied up in that debt because you're part of the 8 out of 10. That's a startling statistic, 8 out of 10 Bahamians have less than $1,000. We might have things. You might have a house, a mortgage, a car, things, but they don't have it because of the cost of living, and fuel is one of the leading factor. Because see. Most people are in the shipping business. So we got to bring that container into Nassau. That got to get loaded by a crane. That's got to pay fuel for that crane to unload that vessel. Then we got to put it on a truck. So that truck driver got to pay a high cost and fuel. Strangle over the same set of people to bring it to your location. Then you got to run your business for 10 to 15 hours with air conditioning, high bill. And so you see how the trickle down effect.
No, but see,
strangle over us.
Listen,
by the handful of people.
Listen to me.
Please let death come. Let death come and purge this country.
Listen to me. They're ready. See, for years I've been on radio this year. Next year, January. Next year, February, will make me 14 years or 15 years. I started in 2010. Right? Listen to me. In San Domingo, right now, you got one guy who's to be in the Backward School named Fowler. Fowler is with us.
My cousin.
He sent a photo of their light bill.
Yeah, man.
$15. How is it? San Domingo right there, no? San Domingo is the next half of Haiti.
Yes.
San Domingo and Haiti share one land called Espanol.
Yeah. Espanol, right? Yes.
Española. How is it? Right? You now close Haiti. You now close to San Española. If they could have fuel to run the system that they run and only pay their light bill is $15 a month, right? How is it that we can't get both fuel tankers go right there? We carry fuel to take the kegers, We just carry fuel to take the kegers.
Yes.
I see Shell tankers over at take the kegers. I see that myself when I run from West Palm Beach to take the kegers. I saw the tanker there.
Yeah.
Why take it down going to wherever? If we buy fuel from San Domingo, when they buy fuel from wherever they buy it from Morocco or Venezuela, where they buy it, let me buy it from them. We'll have cheaper fuel.
Well,
because their light bill is $15 a month. Our light bill is $1,300, $1,100, $900, $800, all these $1,500.
If we had freedom of information act, you see that, and if a government ain't putting that in place, there's a reason why they ain't putting that in place, right? They want to keep and protect their way of funding themselves. We would know who are the major contributors to the parties. We could see money move from your account to the who account, what business to who account, and then we'll understand why we're strangled by a handful of people. Just a handful, Just like how Wayne Mondo said, there's a handful of criminals. He know, and the policemen know who all they are. Every Bahamian know a handful of people are stranglehold this country for 50 years.
Yeah, but some of them don't understand it to that magnitude, Mr. Reddy. Listen to me. They ain't only stranglehold in the country because the fuel thing. If you break down each sector you're talking about, when you start with BPL, BPL is a quick fix. If me or you take over BPL right now or take over the government, BPL is a quick fix. We tell you what the problem is. We buying fuel for people who don't enjoy it.
Yeah.
So automatically a percentage is there for them.
Yes.
Right? I don't mind the government taxing fuel, you know. But if you buy fuel cheap, the government add on their $1.50 tax, that's still ain't coming to buy.
Yeah. See,
listen to me. If you buying fuel, say you buying fuel maybe 10 cents a gallon.
Yeah.
And the government add on $1.50, that's still only $1.60.
Yeah. See,
but the problem ain't that.
No,
the problem is
we know what the problem is. See, they go into the Qatar and Saudi Arabia for advice to bring in investors. They should have been there bargaining for oil directly.
No. I can tell you what happened. I made noise when Clint Watson, I'm calling him, Clint Watson made a statement when the PLB government had first one that the government went to Kuwait or someplace like that, someplace, one of them countries.
All drilling company.
Right.
Countries.
And say they negotiated and it will cost a lower cost of fuel. I said, no. I don't want to hear that from you.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that from you, Clint Watson. Yeah. You was not elected.
No.
You was not a member of parliament. You was not a cabinet minister. You was only a spokesman. I don't want to hear that from you. I want to hear that from a government minister,
from the prime
or
minister.
The prime minister, or the minister who is responsible for fuel. Don't come to me, no, Clint Watson. You know one guy hold you nothing. You could resign and then nobody, you don't see you. Don't come with that.
Yeah.
Right? When he made that statement, but they been negotiating and no, man, no crazy. You all think you're talking to stupid people.
I
only stupid people listen to you all, boy.
I read something. That's great. TikTok. TikTok. You know how powerful TikTok be. You get strangled by TikTok for hours, but it literally brings some good information. Then you can research. That's what I do, and it showed the success of Singapore.
No, but Singapore,
right?
Singapore.
No, let me finish first.
Go ahead.
And one of the reasons that they became successful, the leader then decided that I gotta pay the politician healthy, very healthy, so they wouldn't be corrupt. And they did that. On the flip side of that, you going into jail for life or you get in the firing squad if you was elected a leader and found corrupt. And I could guarantee you, if we have Freedom of Information Act, 99.9% that came on the parliament. And I said it on your show, if I'm making $80,000 a year, let's say arbitrarily, in this conversation, I'm making $80,000 a year. I live in a comfortable life with a farm, three kids, 4 kids family, home, mortgage and car and all that. And you, the politician, making the same thing. How you get rich in 5 years if you ain't get no business? I just depend on myself. You depend on your income from government. There's no proven business that you have. Your pa ain't leaving no big chunks of money. You ain't selling no big land, but you coming out rich. See, in Lee Kuan Yew time, they'll be in the firing squad. See, we don't punish them. We let them come back. Those that left office with the effing, a lot of them put their name back in the hat to come back. Because
but they got to be
they get temporarily punished. We got punished them out of our system.
No. We never punish them. They never get punished. See, the Bahamians was brainwashed. Brainwashed into thinking that when you voted a worthless government politician, when you vote them out, you punish them. You ain't punishing them. They ain't entitled to be in the assembly. They ain't obligated to be in the assembly. They ain't promised the assembly. They ain't promised to lead this country. They ain't obligated to lead this country. Nobody picked them to lead this country. Yeah. The party picked them. We got a worthless government system, political system.
Yeah.
Mr. Raleigh. The system fails Bahamian people. And if the Bahamian people don't rise up against it, it'll never change. Because if you could live in life in your house, run in Kennedy, right? Run in Kennedy, you don't have to live in Kennedy, and you could run in Kennedy and become a member of parliament when you live in your man house in life key, right?
Yeah.
And we allow that to happen when you ain't living inside Kennedy. But you could run in Kennedy. But if you have to be living in there for 6 months in order for you to run the road.
Yeah.
That make any sense? Make no sense. Listen to
Yeah.
me. Before you go further. In the papers today, I see where the Minister of Works, Sweden calls table local government bill pivotal milestone. Talking nonsense. Pivotal milestone. Listen, that's garbage. Merely why it's garbage. Listen to me. We want local government in Nassau.
Yeah.
This don't have
Yeah.
nothing to do with Nassau.
Yeah.
They bring up local government to make it look like they ain't doing nothing but that. They talk about the freedom of finance. Man, listen. The people in the family don't need local government. Merely why they don't need local government. They still gotta depend on the central government to run the affairs over there because they still need doctors to come from here,
Yep.
nurses to come from here, the police to come from here, administrators, commissioners, all that. They don't need no local government. We need local government in Nassau.
In Nassau.
We have a crime problem in Nassau. We don't have no crime problem from here, Local government could put a dead crime instantly. Because we have citizens who car is funded by the local government.
Yeah.
Right? Who persons who willing to volunteer to patrol their community? Who persons who willing to volunteer to collect their garbage
Yeah.
and be the constituency get paid and hire people in the community
Yeah.
to these things?
Yeah.
They don't want that.
No.
The politicians in this country don't want that.
See-
They don't want you up local government in Nassau. They believe people stupid enough. There's no pivotal milestone. Garbage.
Yeah, and they want the status quo to remain. In this day and time, I, Dario Torelli, can't vote for Prime Minister. Right? We watched the American election. We got caught up. All the pseudo intellects had their opinion, including me, on who should win, how they're going to win, all the pre-poll, the exit poll, and all that. And this will be debated for months, globally, on this election. However, the U.S. system has something that's superior in a lot of countries. You vote for who you want as president. Every individual. See, I can't vote. I vote for my member of parliament only. Wherever I live, that's the only thing I have.
Yeah, but you ain't had a chance to choose him.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
that's just as bad as you want to be prime minister.
Okay, well, then we can further this discussion on that, and I believe in that system also. So until we start looking at, and we can have a hybrid. We don't need to go all the way Republic. We can have a hybrid of both. But we need to. So see, boy, let me tell you, Bahamians. I could go to my grave knowing that I try. I spend money, time, and effort trying to beat this political party that is whipping us into degradation, poverty, and crime, and fear, and social degrade by a handful of people. A handful of people. Think about it. Think about the elected leaders we had for 25 years. Because a lot of them from the 67 generation dead. Think about the elected leaders for 25 years. Basically the same persons, the same family, and the same organizations. And I'm not talking about the political organizations that supported them.
Listen to me. Mr. Relly, you spot on. Let me tell you why I say that. I ride on Collins Avenue, right? On top of the hill, they got the picture of the great late Lyndon Oscar Pillen, who are arrested there. They got the picture of the Honorable Hubert Alexander Ingram. They got a picture of the Honorable Dr. Hubert Minnis. Then they got a picture of the Honorable Prime Minister today.
Now where's this at?
On Collins Avenue.
Where?
On the hill. They have the four pictures lined off.
On the
on
hill?
that, you know the rockets where
Yeah, the blue cut through? Yeah.
insurance company is?
Yeah.
Right on the rock while you driving back, you can look at
Yeah.
the now they want to
Google
say
Land, yeah.
they say 50 years of leadership.
Yeah.
That's lies. No, that's lies. Come from 67 to now. Some of you get 50 years.
7 from 4 is how much?
Huh?
7 from 4.
From 67 from 70 to 20 is 30. Right?
Yeah.
Plus 24 years is 24 now.
57
25.
years.
That's 25 plus 3.
Yeah.
28, 58 years.
Yeah, 58 years.
58 years of leadership.
Yeah.
They got 50. These people have put things up. Why we just can't. That's why you can't blame the FNM and Chicago line for telling the BMA people live on the radio that 49 and 51 same thing. Listen, you laughing. I dead serious, man. Listen, these people have taken this thing to a different level. They just believe that because how we keep on continuing on with these same people who they appoint, they gotta be saying, contemplating in their mind that these people are stupid. These people gotta be stupid.
I heard yesterday the big conversation that in a lot of these ministries, right? People past 65, past 66, past 67. They come back as a consultant and making twice the amount. They may be sitting as me who pay their
Because the
tax.
system, listen, and I continuously say, and I will, one of them will be my wish for Christmas, for the new year, right? It's first we got to change the system. The country is falling apart. The country is stagnated. The country is crumbling. We got to diversify this economy. It's long gone the days of we still allowing we had 3 pillars. 2 died when the cow died, when Mr. Christie was the former Prime Minister was the Minister of Agriculture. Finance died when the former law partner, the Right Honorable Hubert Alexander Ingram was Prime Minister, when he faxed the bills from Washington.
Yep.
When the F&M and faxed the bills from Washington. And they had a big conversation by the Honorable Janet Boswick and the Honorable Arlington SPB Allen. When they was rowing, because the former Minister of Social Services was the Minister of Government, what is it called when you the one who lead the house? Government business?
Yeah, lead of the government.
Government business house,
yes.
right. He said, oh, we didn't discuss these, but she said yes. He said, no, we never discussed these. But the bills that was faxed from Washington and put the Bahamian financial financial sector at a disadvantage to other Caribbean countries like the Cayman Islands and other countries, other Caribbean countries,
Yes.
right? Because the former Prime Minister, Right Honorable Ingram, feel that he had authority and ability and he could do it.
Well, he was instructed. Didn't he have a code?
I don't know. I don't go
No. All right. So, but I can say it. You can say
No,
it.
you can't say
They
nothing.
say you have a number, right?
I don't know.
They say you have a number, right?
No. The late Dr. Elwood Donaldson never say that.
Yeah.
It is to read letters on different shows with that. But they never give me the copy letter. I don't try that. Listen to me. 326-825, call it every day. Say, he come to McDonald's and tell me, listen, mister, you score the number too fast. You score it too late. And I scored too fast so he can't write fast because he old. 326-8255. 326-8255. 322-5477. 322-5477. That's the number to reach us. We're going to take our first commercial break. It's Primetime with Independent Dinger. My name is Marlon Owen Johnson, a.k.a. Independent Dinger. In the studio with me tonight, my co-host for this year, last year, and all these years, man, as he sit in the chair and he create a good conversation. Why? He loved the Bahamas. He did his part. History will be kind and show that Mr. Dorelli, who's in the chair with me tonight, did his part. He offers himself as a candidate. He have different social events. He helped Bahamians with the business, setting up these businesses, do all kinds of things, and we do our part. But the Bahamian people need to do their part.
Yes.
You see what the Americans do? The Americans put in the president, we don't have a plan. The man say, you have a concept of plan. And they going, call already? Call already. Prime Time with Independent Dinger.
Hey, what's that? Good evening.
Good evening, you're live.
Listen, man, I heard you were talking about the people who are serving in government. I tell you, when Finland was in power, he started out with him being the first one, and he was dedicated, and he had people in mind. He was dealing with people because he was brought up that way because his parents were Jamaican, I believe. But these other fellas, like, who came after him, like Ingram Perry and all the rest of them who went up to college and had the opportunity and have been exposed to the big world and see what really the more advanced life was all about, came back to this country and with good intentions. But when they look and see how the average Bahamian were unexposed and didn't have any idea how the big world operated, instead of these fellas helping the people to enlighten them and enable them to sort of look at the future, they take advantage of them and use them. And they were able to pull themselves together and form parties and run the country just like a party. Okay, this country is not run like how their fathers who enslave themselves to educate them so that they can educate us, which they didn't do. Now, take for instance, they introduce this number business to us, and they coming right back and telling you that do this thing responsibly every damn day. Do this thing responsibly. What the hell wrong? People are disposing of their grocery money, their school fee money, their laundry money. They're trying to see if they can better themselves by number. But the country, the government, the people who run this country is doing the same thing. All they're doing is borrowing and taxing. That's all they're doing. And let me tell you something, lousy, lazy Bahamians who've been given the opportunity to start a small business, they don't do that no more. They get the business license or the shop license, and then they give it to the Chinese. Let the Chinese run it. And their children now working for the Chinese. The Chinese already take over Jamaica. All right? The Chinese take over Bahamas too. They already take over the Bahamas. Our government don't care about the people. They don't give a heck about the people. Okay? All they sell these people all them lives with jobs. Every time we got an investor coming here, and you got plenty jobs. And say they can train you, and then they're going to go back. They came here, made money, enriched themselves, and some don't leave. But the poor Bahamian is still here struggling.
Caller.
Okay?
Caller, you said about, I don't want you to hang up. I want you to, I will catch you before you go too far. When you said that two or three of the companies that came here during that last time in 1996 or 97, whenever last started, they still here. The Caribbean company were doing air condition. What is the rent in the back of Tennyson Red's place? Through the corner. They still here. The company with Nash, what is do the plumbing? They still here.
The roofing company.
They still here.
Yeah.
They still here. But if the Great Lakes independent policy was, you had 3 years to have an apprentice under you. You train Bahamians and then you go back.
Still exists.
They still here. No, they can't be.
The policy still exists.
But see, caller, I must tell you this. The biggest problem is we have the triangle upside down, number one. And when I say that, I say this. PTVI being out there of Solely Road there from Cylinder time.
Road for years.
He put it there.
Yeah. Right?
The trained Bahamians. They say Bahamians ain't qualified and ain't competent. Right? They put that school there to train Bahamians. They still training Bahamians. Right? But the foreigners them still coming in and ain't going back. Watch this. Right? The system only will work if the people who have power want it to work. You understand what I'm saying? That only could work. But see, we as the voters in this country, we's the problem. We gotta stop blaming politicians. Tell you why I gotta stop blaming the politicians. I ain't blaming them no more. Tell you why. They ain't the problem.
The people who vote them in is the problem.
Not only who vote them in. We, the citizens, is the problem. Let me tell you why I say that. I say that because BDVI been there all them years. How we allow the politicians to sign an agreement to allow all them foreigners to be working in the Grand Bahama Port Authority down there by the shipyard and this and that. And we allow them to come. Now, when the cruise ship them buy the key, we allow them to put all the foreigners there. Right? Right now, the statement that CCA is making, caller, they're making a statement saying that they'll go insolvent and Bahamian jobs. You know they're doing that? They're pandering right now for the government to panic and say, oh, we want them Bahamians lose their job by Bahama, so we better give them 10,000 acres and hundreds so that they can use as bond to get money to put. No! Sarkis is willing to say he spend, 800 some million or whatever it is. He spend the money. You all either give him the hotel or pay him.
Yep.
That's all it is. Yep. You go into something, that's your business. Listen, that don't do the baby. See, we got to stop. Listen, article, I never forget, it's in 2007 or 2009. In the Caribbean, it stated that the Bahamas is the only place in the world that's give a foreigner who don't have to have no money. We give them land to borrow money. Yeah. This is the only place in the world. I tell you, they laughing at us. Yeah. They got us as big jokes. That's why foreigners is coming to take advantage of us. Yeah. They take advantage because they are being advised and consulted by the Bahamian people.
Well, see.
Go ahead, go on.
Stop. He was talking about this government, this thing, and difference, like governing, Lucha govern themselves, Nassau govern themselves. What's the name of it? He was talking about
local government.
Local government. Let me tell you something. These things never work when when you select people, when you appoint people, these things never work. That type of thing will never work.
No, the local government is elected. You have to have election.
Wait. Until you have a government that makes policies, you got to deal with policies. You can't have a policy and say that whatever system you put in that policy, it is subject to the approval of the minister. When you put that power in one man's hand to control so many things and people, that's corruption. That's what that leads to, corruption. You need to have a committee that is elected so that it takes a commission or somebody to remove those people if they're not functioning. You can't say you having this thing we talked about a while ago, and then the effect of anything that you choose to do is got to be approved by the minister. No, that's the reason why you can't get this disclosure thing put in place. All right, which you was talking about earlier. You can't get it put in place. No one is going to put a noose to hang it.
You get it.
Okay?
Yep.
But the Bahamian people could force a call. I gotta take a break. If you want to call back, it's no problem. But I gotta take a break. It's after 8. It's 10 minutes past 8. We're supposed to take a break at 8 o'clock. Producer, engineer, let's go to break. When we come back, we'll continue my conversation with my special guest, my co-host, Dario Torelli, in the chair tonight. We will let the cat out of the bag after the break. This is Primetime and Independent thing. Like I have said, the local government that the caller is talking about, that he's saying it might wait. He is talking about local government that is appointed by government systems. We don't want that kind of government. We don't want local government like that operating function in a Republican system where you elect the chief councilor, you elect the mayor, you elect the governor, like that.
You elect. Your place commission and all.
We want to see. If the government want help with this crime problem, one of the easiest ways to empower people by allowing them. You allow local government inside Engliston and allow them to have boards where they crime watch, crime patrol. Listen, it could work.
Yeah.
But they don't why they don't want it. Because when you allow local government inside Engliston, people then become elected members, right? People then interact with the ordinary citizen. People then control a portion of their affairs. Then they would have nothing to do in the assembly. They can't go to no funeral, left a baby, and go to people's funeral every time. They have to go to the House Assembly and wait. We need to elect members of parliament. We need to elect the senators. We need to elect officials.
Yeah.
The prime minister needs authority to select in cabinet from the order of speaker.
Yeah.
From the private sector.
Yeah.
Not no members of parliament. You won't run for parliament, you ain't gonna be in cabinet. You cannot be in cabinet. The only person who could run and be in cabinet is the prime minister. All the cabinet ministers must be from the public sector, right? All the cabinet ministers must be from the public sector. We can create a hybrid system. I said this for years.
Yeah, man.
We can take the best practices from the Republican system, the best practices from the English legal system, and we can create a perfect system.
They don't want that.
They don't want that.
Right?
They don't want it. I don't care what they say. They don't want it.
And those who are aspiring, who ain't come from the 72 generation, those who inspire, that's what they aspire, that's what they need to come and tell me. See, you gotta excite me that you willing to change it. Because I already a certain age, you a certain age, Marlon, I old, like a couple of years older than you. And those in this political party, other than the 72 generation, but still running it, who over the age of 65, those under 65, they the ones that got inspired the public that we are willing to change.
They don't want change. They fear change themselves.
Yeah.
Trust me. You can stand up and tell somebody. You stand on behalf of the citizens of Angliston. You never had a meeting with us.
Yeah.
You never came to us and said, listen, these are the bills that are before the House 70. We're going to take a vote on this, and my constituency, you don't live in my constituency. How could you bring me, how could you go to House 70? Take a vote for Angliston. You don't live in Angliston.
Yeah.
Right? You don't live in Angliston. You ain't going to be running Angliston. You need to run where you live. That's why, and the people need to understand that. They need to understand that we are being taken advantage because you listen, you don't have no power. You getting somebody who they send to you. If you good enough for them, listen to me. I live by this principle. If I good enough to represent you know somebody, I should be good enough you should be good enough to live amongst.
Be like Mother Pratt.
No, I don't need Mother Pratt. But I'm saying she's a good example.
Prime example.
She's a prime example. And a good example though. Yes. But I'm starting with Mother Pratt. I'm saying this. If you good enough, right? If you good enough to represent me, why you good enough to live amongst me? Right? We gotta be stupid.
Yeah.
The Bahamian people, something gotta be wrong with us.
Yeah.
Why would listen in the United States? You would see the senator had all kind of problem because he tried moving the state so he could run, but he wasn't living there. He only buy the house to try and say that's your resident.
Yeah.
They said, "I am resident, bro. You was illegal. You can't run because you only live there. Yeah. You renovate the house."
While I have this opportunity, we talk about politics. Mm-hmm. Minister Shannon Dawn Cartwright and the F&M table a bill. You do have a crime, let's form a committee. What committee? We elected you to make policies to govern the Bahamas as best as possible.
These are laziest. Listen to
table a bill. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
Table a bill on how we need to address crime and what solutions we need, what fear we need to put in these criminals. Table a bill. Don't come in Parliament talking about we need to form. I tired of committees, man.
But listen, really, you can't go to listen. I know you can't call on that. I can't call right now. Listen to me. They ain't gonna do that. Let me tell you why they ain't gonna do it. They don't have no plan for crime. They don't have no plan for nothing. They just hope that the PLB lose and the PLB they win.
Yeah.
They don't have no plan for crime. Let me tell you why. When this question was put before them and the F&M, you know what they say? Meet with the gang leaders. Meet with gang leaders. When you go meet with them, you centralizing them. You making them become a notarized.
Yeah.
You notarizing them.
Yeah.
I can't meet with gang leaders. You know gang leaders in this country.
Yeah.
Right. So how would you notarize? That's what the F&M plan is.
Yeah.
To notarize the gang leaders by meeting with them. So you must go in and how beating at CID or wherever.
Yeah.
When the gang leaders say, listen, you all must stop this type war. I don't want no more killing. You all must shake hands and hug up on. What wrong with these people?
We ain't got strong, man.
Because we keep on electing these people who don't have nothing.
Donald Trump, Ben, because they consider a strong man. We don't have those statesmen in this country no more. It ain't about. See, they live in gated community away from us.
Listen, they believe.
That's right. They isolated. They get rich and then they isolate themselves.
They believe the baby people is stupid. And I keep on saying and tell the baby people get it.
Yeah.
They believe the baby people is stupid. Tell you why they believe he's stupid. They don't understand that not because there's the opposition, meaning they just keep on opposing everything.
Yeah.
They believe that's using the literal word, you know.
Yeah.
And the F&M, they don't be a good opposition, right? Listen to me. I hope they change next year. Well, that could be one of my wishes. That the FNM change and really become a real opposition. A opposition that offers
dynamic force.
opposition that offer alternative to everything that the government do. You know what I mean? That call for wicked.
Yeah.
They ain't do no wicked, man. Let me tell you why they do no wicked. They do no wicked. No, they do it. They open the PLP lose, right? And what Bannister God rest in there and say. Once the PLP win, no more 2 terms. The FNM win.
Yeah.
When the FNM win, and the PLP win, that's all they depend on. If they don't have no plan, let me tell you why they don't have no plan. They could go to Route 70. If they believe the maybe stupid, I can tell them now. Go to Route 70 and table a bill.
Yeah.
You would table a private member's bill, right? Get a government member or someone to support it. Let them take a vote. So the government vote no on a bill that makes sense. Expose it.
Yep.
Let people see. Listen, me and the government know. But we offering these ideas in the house. Don't go on no news station and who like the FNM, who favorable to the FNM, and then you go talk nonsense. No.
Yeah.
Carry the bill to assembly.
Yeah.
So listen, crime is too high in this country. We want to table these legislation as the opposition, and we would like for you all support. We got to deal with crime.
Let me tell you, let me tell the public what the bills I need them to table. One, table a bill to bring a national law. Table a bill to bring a rent corporation where Dario Torelli can buy shares, because I hear somebody getting $2 million a month for it. See, this PPP idea is a brilliant idea, but it gotta be where the common citizens can buy shares into it. So table that bill also. Table a bill for crime. Table a bill to go put back the Removable Property Act. So land can last here forever and ever in the Bahamas. For us. Indigenous payment.
Listen to me.
Table the bill.
The FNM hoping they can just get 5 years hiding under the table, right? They want just hide for 5 years, right? And then say, man, the PLP do this, the PLP no good, the PLP corrupt, the PLP do this. And then they'll say, well, we ain't got that road.
Let me get another bill.
Listen to me, hold on, man. They ain't prepared to wait. They ain't offering no alternative, no. The little nonsense they talking about is just, I talk about shriveled thing.
It ain't exciting you.
It ain't gotta excite me. It gotta excite the million people. It gotta excite the country. Go around assembly, table a crime bill. Listen. Serious offenses, these are the categories of serious offenses.
Yeah.
Right? When you get charged and there's evidence, we will like the government to table a bill where judges, retired judges, will sit on each matter when you charge, must go to that committee within 7 days, within 21 days, for them to look over the evidence, see if there's sufficient evidence to keep you charged. Because once you get charged, charged, no bail for felony offenses.
Yeah.
Create different levels of offenses.
Yeah.
When you house break, when you shop break, when you robbery, when you assault, grievous harm, aggravated assault, murder, attempted murder, cause and harm, these things, list offenses, right? These are offenses, no bail.
Yeah.
We will try you within 31 days, or we will try you in 60 days or 90 days. Guaranteed. You will not, never, if you stay in jail, your case ain't tried without, there's 18 months at the Privy Council's foot, we will not try you, you will be free. We ain't going to try them other 9,000 cases are warrant out. We starting now. We trying cases as it happened, and when we get then we go back to the other case.
Yeah.
Because they're on bail now, right?
Yeah.
So don't worry with them. You killed someone this morning?
178 fellas on bail for murder.
Listen, you killed someone this morning, the police investigating, give the police 21 days to investigate. Or 20 days, 21 days, or 1 month, or 16 days, or whatever. In 90 days, you will be charged, or your case will start. Hire some other judge to start the case. See, if you saying, oh, the calendar year, this and that, you bring some new judges. We can have cases on the weekend, we can have cases on Saturday, we can have cases on Sunday. The free bargain is waking up. Honorable Roosevelt Mondo proved that the plea bargain is waking. He go on and sit. That same Roosevelt Mondo sit down as a Supreme Court justice for 3 months and did some 58 cases in 3 months. When the regular normal case for calendar whole year is only 8 cases. We do 58. Because why? He explained to the voices when they lawyers, said, listen, there's evidence. If you get convicted by court, I'm going to give you the maximum that's required, 45 years. But if you take a plea bargain, I give you 25 years. Right?
Yeah.
He completed 56 or 58 cases.
So he part.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So he part of this government.
Huh?
He's the policy maker now, right?
Right.
So he have proof.
How did it work?
Like it work.
Right.
So the clarion call tonight from this show. Wayne Monroe, you have evidence. Minister Monroe, let's fix the system, man. Fix the system. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, but
That we living in a country full of crime and fear of crime and high rate.
Man, listen,
this is a ridiculous country.
listen,
Living. Such a
very-
small country.
Listen, I been speaking to some persons who work on the beach, and it allowed me for some statement they been making about how much tourists buy and get snatched, right? Right? The cruise ships telling the tourists them buy getting robbed. They don't use bag snatch because they will make it be the dramatic to keep people on the ship.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So they say robberies,
Yeah.
and rape and murder,
Yeah.
right? You know, tourists getting murdered. So they lie, right?
They getting murdered.
But
They
the
getting
rape
robbed.
is increasing,
Yeah.
and the robbery is you can be buy big day
Yeah.
and run it.
Always did.
No, what I'm saying to you. So, how is it that there hasn't tourism is the only industry, right? And the prove how important tourism is, all you have to do is go back in your mind to the pandemic.
Yeah.
When Bay Street
Yeah.
ain't had one tourist, ain't had one ship.
Yeah.
Bay Street, when you drive around Bay Street is
And
like a ghost town.
9/11.
No, I mean, go back to Five
Yeah.
Island. This just happened
Yeah.
3 years ago. You go down on Bay Street was a ghost town.
Yeah.
You could tell me, you only understand how important tourism is? Why Bay Street don't have, I don't know, police at every place where tourists stand up? Why? Why? I mean, what is this, man? You just then pass out a crew with 30 or 40 people, and then all of a sudden, Bay Street said, I mean, tourism is your only industry. You ain't on number one.
No, let me throw.
It's the only industry.
Yeah, but don't let me throw. There's
Go
a
ahead.
lot of plainclothes police officers walking around Bay Street. So bear that in mind, eh?
A lot of who?
Plainclothes officers walking around Bay Street. They get American citizens work for, I don't know, CIA, FBI. They walk around in plainclothes also on Bay Street. So there are a lot of police officers.
The robbery still high, and bike snatching still high. I will get my
We get police officers in the car watching beach.
Prime David and the Benedigo.
Yeah, man, I was wondering when you're going to give me a chance here. I got two things to say.
Go ahead, you lie.
About the change in the country and the government. The only institution that has the power to bring about change in this country is the church. There's nobody, in order to bring change in this country, you need somebody with a whole ton of money. Things can never change in this country the way it is. The only people that institution has the power to do that is the church, and the church them is fighting among themselves. Things there can never be no country in this country better until the churches get on one accord and get behind the government and force them to change. Because you got 1,000 F&M waiting on until they win. You got 1,000 PLB fellas there waiting until they win. And half of them don't wait.
And the church, you have 1,000 church pastors
all right,
doing
and they got no contribution to make to this society. Okay, this country is going to be destroyed in the next couple of years through gambling, through drinking, through all these strip clubs, through the marijuana. They talk about marijuana. So much other things to do in this country. They can talk about marijuana. We just managed to get people to sleep with them old cars in the road. Now they won't go back to that again. And I told somebody else before, a habit does not have a master. Okay, so don't tell nobody you could control drugs and all this medical shit. That thing ain't gonna work. All right, they need to start running this country and come up with ways and means to make money so that the people can have some money.
They don't want their way to survive.
Right now, all they're doing is borrowing money from the Chinese and taxing people. They're very tight with the Chinese. Okay, the Chinese already take over Jamaica, like I said earlier, and many other Caribbean countries, and they're doing the same thing to this country. They need to stop giving these small businesses to these Chinese. Small businesses, let the Chinese take the big business. But all these small businesses, put in place to allow the average Bahamian to start running their little petty shop and then increase. That ain't happening about the Chinese doing that. Okay, they got 1,000 bar here. China's already got the liquor business. They always had the grocery business. All right? I don't know what they're going with these people who choose as leaders. But the thing is, people are under the impression that when you put a government there, they can stay for 5 years. That's a lie. That ain't true. All the constituents have to do is get together and do a petition and say they don't want this fellow to represent them no more, and he's gone. That's according to our constitution. But the next problem is we have a constitution that is being violated every day. Because these fellows make law every day to run people. Okay, not to run the country, they want to run people and tax them at will. All right, BC is going crazy because it's killing a lot of people. Okay, a change has to come. And I just hope that it wouldn't take some type of a civil unrest to bring about the change. I hope that doesn't happen.
Thanks, caller.
Okay.
Thanks, caller. Now, you got next caller on the line, but I can't take the call right. I got to respond to some things he said. He said that the country is headed to rock. You can see the country is crumbling. Some things need to happen, some change need to happen. But the change is not going to happen if the Bahamian people don't get involved. See, we got to stop depending on politicians. We believe, because they always like you, that don't mean they get smart. That don't mean that all of a sudden they become brilliant. Some of them was ever dumb. Some of them was always losers. Some of them had their law firm is closed. Some of them had no business. Some of them never run a petty shop. Some of them, they can't keep their wife. Some of them can't keep their husband. So it's the same thing. Why all of a sudden you believe because you get elected this morning, you all of a sudden you become,
See, it's a God syndrome. You know, when they get there, they call it part of the God syndrome. They believe it's something so special that they're so highly blessed. Look at the preachers who show up during election. Look at the pulpit that they go on in their 5-year term. They are believed and propelled by these same men that we call leaders in church also. That they are highly blessed and favored. And when you're highly blessed and favored, you think that there's something so special with you that you've chosen to lead. It ain't you ain't chosen. Sometimes ignorance by our citizens will choose. Weakness by our citizens that chose. Like you say, non-participatory process in the voting right and short of the constituency meeting, and the man say that we ain't never get no civil. We the most passive Negroes on this side.
There got to be a place on this country and on the black people. Let me tell you why I say that, right? We allow members of parliament to go to assembly. I stand on the behalf of this and he voting yes, right? Or she voting yes, right? Or wouldn't know some. When you ain't never, you ain't no live by where I live, right? Yeah. You ain't never had a constituency meeting, ask me, or asking the majority of the people who come to the meeting and carry the vote to assembly. So you ain't represent me, you represent your party. Yeah. Right? So we done stand up wrong. Yeah. So once you stand up wrong, you can end wrong. Yeah. Right? And the baby people need to understand that the power that they have. Stop complaining. I don't blame the politicians tax you to death. Yeah. They should tax you to death when you're dead. You want to tax the coffin you're going into. Because you causing this on yourself. Yep. You got to get involved. You got to be a part of the solution. You have to be a part. You can't just sit back and row. We're sitting back and row, we ain't help you. Yeah. It will not help you. Tell them, don't send me nobody to represent me. We got people who are educated right here where we live. Yep. Let them run where they live. So if all them live in Liverkey, then like 50 MP come on Liverkey. Yeah. They all them run on Liverkey.
See, right. one time ago, leaders used to be, and we all know, used to be champion for a cause. In the evolution of this country, labor leaders who were men who championed for cause, literally changed the dynamics of this country. There was a union leader that split the vote for the PLP committee. Yeah. So that's where we came from. So Randall Fox. We came from statesmen and Brennan. We came where we elected people who are the cause, the champion for the one inside who had the Jume village. Edgar Motsky. Edmund Motsky. These were fellas who champion the cause.
Muscle and guts.
I mean, this is who we had. Now we get some weak fellas in some tight pants. I mean, electing these fellas.
Majority of them trying. Know what they are. Majority of them go in these tight pants. They put some gun in with these pink shirts with long sleeves and shade.
We don't know who they are.
Hey man, they more concentrating than trying to be women. Listen to me. Let me take this call. Primetime Independent Legal. Hello. Calling you live. Don't want me waiting too long. Primetime Independent Legal. All right, that one being too long. I come back to the phone quicker, much quicker than I came back. 326-8255, 326-8255, 326-8255, 322-5477, 322-5477. We choose, right?
Yeah.
As a people. We have to take another break again. But we choose as a people, right? To continue going along. I see the break up. To continue going along with this process. What ain't working for us. And we as Bahamians trying to prove Albert Einstein right. Albert Einstein said when his citizens continue to repeat the same thing over and over
Insanity.
and expect that something can change, got to be insanity.
Well,
We gotta take a break.
yeah.
Let's go to break.
And I get another
We'll
break.
take a final break.
I get
This
another
is
break
prime time.
for them to table.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to help them out.
Right. You have them out? They ain't gonna wait. And all of them table the bill. They have to create, they have to call in some lawyers, have a discussion, and do draftsman and all that. They ain't that. They ain't no wait. Find out when you investigate when the public accounts committee. The public accounts committee in the Constitution is operated and run and structured by the opposition.
By the opposition.
Ask them when last they meet.
Right.
Ask them what all they do since they was just on 3 years.
Yeah.
3 years ago, September 19 and gone. So ask them how much work they should them show you all the work the opposition did. For the public account committee.
Yeah.
Sent them to go, man, they ain't working, man. Yeah. They ain't hoping that the PLB keep on making bad. Man, I can play a sample when we come back where the Minister of Tourism, the Deputy Prime Minister, has begged and asked the leader of opposition to come see the books and the numbers so that they stop talking fool and try to bring down the country and come back from break. This is prime time and independent thing after the break. Nigga, no sir. Prime time independent nigga. Live at Love 97.5 FM. Second night to Dr. Kevin Moss, preliminary. Listen, if you have a sleep problem and you ain't, you snoring and like you gasping for breath when you sleeping. Listen, Kevin.
Apnea.
They call it sleep apnea.
Sleep apnea.
Yeah, I have that.
If you have sleep apnea, my producer, she has a master's degree in marketing, so she know the Queen's English good. She's telling me sleep apnea. Apnea. You be snoring, your husband be snoring, and he's snoring hard, and like he out of breath and gasping breath. Listen, go and visit the clinic right off of Zeta Street there with Dr. Kevin Moss. Remember the name? Google him, Dr. Kevin Moss. I think it's the place named Kiva House. Go there and visit them. It's a pretty medical facility, and they provide every care.
I go
there. He's a preliminary. I go there for my pressure. I go there for everything. Listen, he's a great doctor. He's a great human. He's an exceptional human. Dr. Kevin Moss. Go and pay him a visit. Google him. I guarantee you. You'll never regret.
My mommy said I need what?
You'll never go back to your old unusual position. Guarantee you that. Trust me. Dr. Kevin Moss. Listen, Albert Carrick, good night.
I get another one for the FM table the bill, right? Let's continue as we talk politics. Table the bill. Table the bill. Go in the house. We saw something in the papers about rent control, right? I can come when I come back again, or I can send you information.
So you
anytime,
can bring you back.
right?
You know, well, yeah.
Right, the table bill that every government house, every government crown land house should be given to you free of charge.
No, you're talking about a similar process that's happening inside Turks Island.
Yeah.
In Turks Island, they got something called the Belongers Act.
Yeah.
Right? Because if you were a Turks Islander, you consider a belonger.
Yeah.
Right? To Turks Island. Then what I think is missing.
Mizik.
Yeah, whatever his first name was, former
Michael
Prime
Mizik.
Minister, Michael Mizik. What he did was create a act. If you was Bahamian, you consider it belonging to the Bahamas.
Yeah.
Right. Any property you like, you go and have it surveyed. Right? You could bill up to bell costs before you gotta pay. So don't take the first money trying to pay for the property. Take the first set of money start billing.
Once government give you
when you reach up the bell
access.
cost, they'll come and survey they'll come in and put a market value on the property, and it would not exceed 50% of the cost. You know the big 50% of the cost? 50% of the cost is free.
Alright, so
On the land. You only pay for the land.
so the Prime Minister part of Chogam is Caribbean leaders decide that they approach the Prime Minister of Great Britain on reparation, right?
Yeah, but I want
No,
to finish the landing for
Yeah, but I bring it back to that.
Alright.
So, who in charge of giving out crown land in the Bahamas? Which office?
The Prime Minister's office.
Oh, the Prime Minister's office, right?
No, they give it out land.
Yeah.
I must admit that.
No, they give no land. The ministers give out a lot of land too.
No.
Especially the family. Oh yes.
Two.
Plenty of people in the family island ministers give out land.
Oh, okay.
So put a program in place. This is another thing they can table. That wherever you descend from, create a Belongers Act, the island, right? I descended from Master Point Andrews. That's where on my paternal mummy side and my paternal grandfather side from Master Point Andrews. Table a bill where belongers of Andros, any part of Andros, and that's how you get settlements and movement to develop. Anybody over the age of 50. By 50, your kids are already certain age, you're already part of your vocation or your professional life is coming to almost half it. Give us opportunity of land on those islands. And then that's how we develop. So while we planning our retirement from 50 to 65 or 15 years, we can start building our second home, our retirement home on those islands, and then all of a sudden you get development. See, this is how critical thinking is bring development together. Not be back in we still operating on 1800th century.
Yeah, but they have
laws and policies.
let me say something to what you're saying, because what you're saying is a good idea, but it needs
The reparation you want them to pay back, pay us back.
No,
Our parents had to leave those islands to come to Nassau to get job and leave those islands as is, which is sometimes good. It's pristine and all that, but now pay us back to go back to those islands where our forefathers came from.
But
That's part of reparation.
paying back is a harsh word to the government, because that paying you back. But what I'm saying is, Bahamians who own land, right, is some 3.25 million acres of crown land still left, based on the Luke Park project
Yeah,
research.
how long that was?
The Luke Park project was prepared during the last years of the Right Honorable Hubert Alexander England.
Alright, so
He started
plenty more crown land giveaway.
No, since then, but
Yeah.
we have 3.25 million acres left
Yeah.
at that time,
Yeah.
and a process was started, and that was one of the only thing I give the former Prime Minister credit for, trying to complete that particular one thing.
Yeah.
I remember the township and thing he's trying to create.
The land registry act.
Right. He was trying to create a land registry act through this New Park project.
Yeah.
Right? Where every property have a number.
Yes.
Right? And identification of it.
Yeah, GPS.
Right?
GPS.
And it was stopped almost, the New Park project was stopped almost completion. And if my mind served me correct, the former Prime Minister Honorable Perry Gladstone Christie stopped it between 2012 and 2017, when it was almost finished. Notwithstanding that the Bahamian people is paying Royal Bank back, I think either a $2 or $3 million loan, and paying the IDB Bank back. It's $5 million in total. So one is paying 2 and one paying 3.
Yeah.
Because I get the information correct. I don't have it. I can't remember exactly which one was paying $3 million back or $2 million back.
Yeah.
Anyhow, it was stopped. Then all complete. You know why? It was stopped because big money is made with these research companies who research title thing. That's big money. So, notwithstanding that the Privy Council in their dicta stated that the Bahamas need a land registry act because there's too much cases and problem and suffering as a result of land sharks and people, scrupulous land persons who selling these women, especially single mothers, probably that are not with good title.
Yeah.
Right? And the Privy Council, the Fine Court of Appeal is saying this. And they made a statement during the modern reference target 7th case.
Yeah.
And Greenwood and Cat Island. Right? My target 7th. You call the name out correct.
Yeah.
Case in Greenwood, Cat Island. Right? Where they're claiming some land or something like that. Right? And if they want to solve the problem, the Free National Movement could show that they're doing some research, that they're doing some preparation, that they are prepared to lead the country, they are ready to lead by now.
Yeah.
Don't wait till you win. No. Show that you're ready to lead now, so that if you win the government,
excite me now.
most likely, if you win the government, you will walk right into leadership. You don't listen. You done so free with all this information. You doing so much work when you're in opposition. You ready to do great things for the country. But they sitting back, right? Just talking foolish, opposing everything, and they bring that government. Listen, they need to chase these lawless all the time. So waste of time. Listen, and I repeat it again. Payments. There's something called the Private Members Bill. Do never let the opposition members tell you, but we in the government, when we no. Table the bill as a private member bill and you get time to talk. Yeah. Every time you all get time to talk,
table the bill.
Table the bill. If you can't table it, speak about the bill.
Yeah.
What should happen with crime? What should happen with BBL?
Yeah.
Don't you want power and you ain't do it?
And show the
at least show that you prepared to change it.
Those fellas on that side don't support fixing the problem.
Let the people see that the PIB voted against this crime bill you all bring.
Yeah.
They ain't serious, man. Listen. Then I got a former Prime Minister right on, but you will Alexander Ingram read the people right during the sale BDC. It's about only 400 or 500 people there. Let's continue this beginning. Let's finish the way the Batago. Right? Because the Bahamian people too lazy. They're too laid back. It's a curse, gotta be a curse on them. It gotta be a curse on the majority of this country who's sitting back idly and doing nothing. And the country just, listen, so start with Sands and going now from 67. Because he said he would not remain in a country with a black man leading, right? Yeah. And that was the statement he made?
Yeah.
All right. So Southwestern created and designed tourism. And that was in 67, before 67. He lived in 67, right? In 2024, right? Some 60 years later, we still operating on the same thing that South Sunshine. And we had black leaders for 60 years. And that ain't changed.
And Bay Street look like SHIT.
No, but I don't even worry about Bay Street look, but I'm saying, that's what I'm saying to you. The same man who they said he's a racist, he's a bigot, he's this and that. We still function under the same system he created.
Yeah.
We had black leadership in this country for the last 60 years. And you can tell me we create, name one pillar that today in 2024 that a black leader of this country created and is functioning properly, that the baby could stand the test of times and survive for a period if the world will come to us again like experiment.
Burden some tax.
I tell you this, one thing they created, at least the PIB created, PIB created the national insurance.
Yeah.
Right? The FNM voted against it. The FNM tried to scare Bahamians and supporting it. But when the pandemic come, they was dipping in that all the time. They sell all the stocks with value something. They bought it. Man, they're doing all kind of nonsense. These are the same people who say national insurance is bad. He tried to create a social this, he tried to do this, that.
I give you another bill in the table. A bill for a national pension plan.
National insurance is a pension company now.
That ain't no big pension, man. You know about pension.
Yeah, but yeah, man.
But $270, how much, man?
But when you got people getting $900, I know someone who got $980 a month right now, pension.
And who
Yeah,
you,
it's just
and who you
better.
think can live off of
You see what
980?
they say in the
No,
Bahamas?
no.
Takes $10,000 for
Right
a
into it.
household.
Yeah, so maybe you find that money.
Huh?
If they're allowing all the rock that's blowing up inside, when they digging out a hole, they say, well, the company bragging, but they make
Yeah.
$20 billion, right? And we ain't getting none of it.
Yeah.
The PLB just, I look at the papers today. The PLB just is saying now, there's top up tax, right?
Yeah.
Where they tax companies that make over 800.
No. By the last show, I talked, you talked about, the PLP introduced that. They introduced in a bill that was pushed by the OECD and the European Union, right?
No, it said that.
Yeah.
It said it in the
Yeah.
bill. But I'm saying to you,
That is no PLP, great idea.
no, I'm maybe,
Yeah.
you know?
They were pushed to do it. You remember you said Washington sent the bill for
No,
for you know,
former
England?
prime ministers may
Right.
email the bill
Well,
or fax the bill.
alright.
He faxed the bill from Washington.
So these
Right.
fellas in
Why you say even
in OCD, they said they fax for these fellas to do it. Same
But listen to this now.
But it's good that they do
no,
it.
No. It ain't good. No, I ain't sure it. Listen to me. If you look, they say, based on what they say, I can read it to the
Yeah,
people.
yeah,
I want them
yeah.
catching, see, I want to be catching, man. Listen, they say, right? Wait, let me read this. I gotta read this. They say the top up tax won't be burden to behemoths, right? Watch this. That sound good. Elected officials debated a bill to introduce a new corporate tax aimed at multinational corporations with annual revenues exceeding 800 million. So what about CIBC Bank who exporting 300 million?
That's
They get
right.
that.
Yeah, they get
They still miss. You still missing them. You have to add any business, right, that exceed $1 million or
And all in the
more
Bahamas.
will pay
Yeah.
this tax.
Yeah.
Any money that leave in the Bahamas
But-
must pay this tax. Don't just come talking about you making 800 million. So what do you? So that pay, so what do you think companies can do? We only making 799 million.
Because they don't sales tax, so you can't tell
You
them
can
to
pay
make it.
15% on 800 million.
Yeah.
But you telling them to listen, we only making 799 million. You can't tax them because the
Yeah.
law say 800 million.
Yeah.
See, listen to me. Listen, that's why I try to tell you. The people them, I tell you, it's just unbelievable.
They need to list the companies in the Bahamas that operate.
No, they don't have to do that because some of the countries them using that as ways to fund them. I don't understand that, right? I'm telling you this. Any company that making money that is going to be exported to the country must pay a 15% tax.
Yeah.
Bang!
Yeah.
Now, if you want to drop the amount from 15% to 10% or 5%, that's up to you. They claiming that they make $140 million
Of that.
of the money them would making from
800
companies who making 800 million, right? So what about all these banks who exporting all the money? Royal Bank, First Caribbean Bank, all these foreign companies in the
but
country.
we don't-
I mean, we ain't serious.
No,
man.
we ain't serious.
All
It's
you
called
do,
it's
because the
called-
easiest way out is tax the poor black
it's
people.
called
When you go to
corporate
McDonald's,
gains
you
tax.
pay VAT on that.
Right.
When you eat on Wendy's, you pay VAT. You order one
And-
sandwich, you pay VAT.
And I said this on the show many couple of times. Do the exercise. See who are the lawyers, the accounting firms for these same firms, and then you see the
Man,
politicians.
there's a handful of them, bro.
Yeah.
And
That's
the
what-
major firms in this country, you can name them. Everybody know them. The major firms of countries in this country, Higgs and Johnson, Lennox Payton, this and that, everybody know them. They're the major companies in the country, reputable, good law firms.
Yeah.
This is Primetime. Go ahead, you're live.
Yes, you're talking about companies that make all this money. How about Western Union and MoneyGram? How much billions do they have?
No, I don't know what they're making. I'm only saying the bill that they're debating in something. It's only for companies that making over 800 million.
That's a lot of money.
No, but I'm saying to you, so what about the companies who are making 600 million?
Oh, they ain't
Tying up the tax? What about the company who making 799 million? The Bahamian people need a relief, man. We ordinary citizens in this country are carrying the burden of all this tax for these people that keeping this country stable, that keeping the police driving around like the key. When the people who got money ain't paying nothing.
Yeah.
When they for them, but they stupid sir, go on and say they send a letter like the key, but they must pay tax. But they tell them, go ahead, you lie.
Yeah.
Say, man, you get from here, you
Yeah,
ain't no
man. Don't
tax.
come back here no more.
Say,
We don't
don't
need-
come here, get out here,
Yeah.
get from around
Yeah,
here.
man.
Yeah, go ahead,
When
Gola.
you look at it, is something wrong somewhere? Because most countries, their politicians look out for the interests of the country, not
Oh,
individuals.
hold on now. Now you gotta be careful of the things you say. The politician look over the interest of what?
The politicians politicians
Which
in
world she lives
countries
in.
that the people elect are supposed, or one would think,
Yes.
they would be looking out for the country. I mean,
Or they are, how you said it correct, they will think that they are maybe looking out. Okay.
yeah, worldwide. You would think that that's the right politicians worldwide should be.
They get away for years, miss. Listen to me, yo.
But a lot of the problems are when you look at a lot of the politicians worldwide, it's what's in it for me. It's like a personal arrangement for me as a politician.
Listen to me. Let me tell you why. See, there's some simple things that happening, and the baby be that's why I'm hammering it home every day. I try my best for people, and I break it down literally for people to understand. It's hard for the government to limit or deal with the illegal problem of foreigners in this country who come here to work, because the government now has, as successive government have, where immigration permits are part of the itinerary budget in the budget.
Yeah, of course.
And I'll tell you, I'll give you a landmark statement made by a former immigration officer, clearly proved that what I'm saying is correct. The Honorable Brent Smith and the Free National Movement was in power. He boasts and bragged when he was a member of parliament, or he was the cabinet minister, he was in charge of immigration. He bragged that the government had made some 42 or 47
57 million.
No, 47 or 42 million, I think I remember.
57,
My mind should be
if I
correct.
remember. 57.
Some 40-some million dollars from work permit.
Yeah.
So if you would make $47 million, right? The government got to find $60 million a month. $60 million a month to pay salary. Some 20,000 employees, right?
Yeah.
So if immigration give you $47 million, it's hard for them to say, boy, I ain't no more foreigner come here and payments ain't working. No. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You understand what I said? You understand?
Yeah. See,
It's hard because you can't deal with the labor. You work with the labor, what is called labor numbers, what is called statistics.
Yeah.
When you collect so much money from employee permit.
Yeah.
But at the same time, what happening to the citizens? That means that they're not working.
I mean, the citizen, what do you mean what happened to the citizen? What is usually happening to them? They're getting slaughtered over the hill while the opposition talking nonsense. That's what happened to the citizen. And not only that, you got the politicians trying to cause the country to do voice. I can play a soundbite right now, call up. Take a hold. I can play a soundbite. But those are better soundbite where the Minister of Tourism had to make a statement against these evil people in this country who want the PLP to do so bad or lose, or they don't care if the country fall apart. Play one soundbite from the Minister of Tourism, please. I'm trying to ask some people to listen. The country come first. You are Bahamian. If the PLP fail, the country fail, you will fail. Go ahead and play that soundbite for the Minister of Tourism. No?
You know, we live in
No.
no.
That's it. No. Star tree. No. I didn't sound. I got here. The one with the Minister of Tourism telling them, yeah, the Minister of Tourism, Chester Cooper, is saying that that some persons are wishing evil on the Bahamas just to help the FNM in the government. And that's the kind of persons we have in this country. They don't care if the Bahamas fail, just so that the PLP can look bad and the FNM can gain political mileage. That's the kind of people in this country. These are the kind of people that are bad, they want power. That's how they don't care about the country. They want the country fail just for them to win. I mean, they don't have no plan. Your plan supposed to cause you to win. The plan that you have supposed to propel you to governance. Go ahead, producer, play the sound with the Minister of Tourism. I can't remember what it is. Star pound.
That this was crafted for political purposes. Not to inform, but to discredit our nation's reputation and to mislead prospective visitors. And what is most troubling about this is that our intelligence suggests that this was done by Bahamians. What kind of Bahamian, for political or whatever reasons, is willing to hurt their own economy and the livelihood of their very families for cheap political points. Tourism is the economic lifeblood of the Bahamas, and notwithstanding our best efforts to diversify, it will continue to be so in all of our lifetimes, I predict. It supports thousands of families, fuels our businesses, and sustains entire communities. And for any misguided reason to attempt to shame the government of the day by undermining the single most important sector in our economy shows disregard for the welfare of Bahamian families. It is frankly unpatriotic and un-Bahamian.
Thank you, producer. That's the first song bite. And I'd say this. You hear what he said? Investigations suggest that a Bahamian is behind the creation of such a worthless, good for nothing.
Which video it is?
It's a video that's circulating on social media where they just saying things that you get killed and rape and rob, and Bahamians are creating that just to make the government look bad, to say that they're failing so that the FNM could win.
Is intelligence attached to the FNM or any other political body?
No, he didn't attach it to them. It's just that he's saying that politicians are doing it. Politicians are doing it to make the government look bad.
Yeah.
But notwithstanding that, it don't only affect the PLP. It don't only affect the government. It affects everybody.
Yeah.
See, like 2 shows ago, I said that if the dollar devalue, it don't only devalue in the pockets of people over the hill, it devalue in everybody's pocket.
Yeah.
So people have to understand that why would you cut the limb that you on in the tree? When the limb is cut, you will drop in the limb.
It's people do things for social media. It's.
But you can't win that bad till you want the whole country crumble.
It ain't about win. See, you keep attaching it to political body.
That's what it is.
That's what you believe.
That's what it is.
No, that's what the intelligence say. It could be somebody trying to get 100,000 followers or 1 million likes so they can get paid. See, you gotta understand, there's a song now, Candy Station or whatever it is, going on TikTok. Everybody in the mob making the TikTok, if you understand the algorithms of TikTok, the more you attach yourself to a hashtag or song, you get it. So it could be somebody. See, you saying it can be attached to political party. It could be somebody trying to create but let's look at it as human beings. It could be somebody with a frustration. I tired of this country, they ain't fixing the country, so let me shame them who in charge. Who gets blamed? Chester get all the reward for great tourism that year, 9.3 million. He get all the reward. So if tourism fail, who get all the flack? Him. So that person could be a selfish individual one, TikTok million followers, so they can get paid by TikTok, or somebody just frustrated, and that's their only way to show their frustration through video. So we can't just isolate it to somebody scoring political point, because until he come, because he part of the government, he part of the intelligence, and they get NIA, they could go to Google and see who phone put that out, who create the first video and all that. That's possible with phone technology. So they can say who do it and why he did it. Come and tell us. That's like how the Tribune said, we want to know how this guy get appointed envoy to the Bahamas, who's to wait for CCA. See, come and tell us. That's what fuels a lot of frustration, People tired of simple solutions that they could come to and go to the house and fix. So, Mr. Chester Cooper, you talking about that diversified economy? Is me and plenty people who trying to create business, we can't get an audience with you. Because your cronies inside your government agencies keeping us away. You all get money from the Africans and you all get money for the crew from the cruise ship, for business development to take people from the cruise ship. Well, get away from taking trips or shaking hands with foreigners and sit down and do a symposium where you sit down, where Bahamas throw their sales pitch on how to create industries within tourism so we get a manufacturing here so the money stays here. That's what he need to do. Because your speech in Parliament don't impress me. If you don't come with intelligence, why they do it? Because he pointed to what you said, as though some political brownie on some political party doing it. Show me the political party doing it.
Listen to me.
Because they did the same thing. If he said that's what they did the same thing.
That's how idle politicians function.
No, that's what
Listen
you
to me.
guessing.
Wait. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
That's how
Yes.
listen. We have a system in this country, Mr. Reddy, that they don't want to change. Nobody want to change it.
Yes.
The FNM don't want to
Totally
change it, and the PLP look like they can change
Totally
it.
agree.
It's a dependent system.
Yes.
Right? That's why they don't fix the problem. I mean, for 14 years, asking for local government, that's all.
Yeah. But
Why are they afraid for local government? If you can't solve crime, then bring local government.
Yeah.
Let people start to help government themselves. Let people start to patrol and have crime, what system and everything in the area. Why you complain of crime? It appears that y'all don't hang. Y'all have the power to hang. Y'all have the power to carry out government punishment. Y'all have the power to carry out government punishment.
They will fail.
You got these big old man raping their children. And when they do sick, their family got to pay tax for them to feed them and protect them while they fucking sense.
They say $25.
You working backward.
Average of $25 a day to feed them in jail.
Hold on, I went with the cost, man. Primetime in the building. We got last call. Take his last call. Primetime in the building. All right, call it go. No problem.
You do say you paying tax or not?
Listen to me. I understand. What I'm saying is, right? Plenty things are wrong in this country. And we feel like people are scared to talk about it. People are scared to let their voice be heard talking about it. I don't understand what they fear. But the Bahamas are falling apart. The children who in school right now today, they can inherit a failed state.
Yep.
And they say, what my daddy do? What my mommy do? They sit by idly and did nothing.
Yep.
Listen, the current system in this country ain't working.
No.
We need to stop appointing senators. We need to elect senators.
Yep.
We need to stop appointing cabinet ministers from the House Assembly. Because don't talk about it. It ain't it's crossing. It don't work. The Honorable Fred Mitchell right now, he's the leader of the PLP party. Not leader, chairman of the PLP party, correction.
Yeah.
He's chairman of the PLP and a cabinet minister. You don't know which hat he wearing when he says certain things.
Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
and the opposition
It's a mockery.
are just a total waste, man.
Yeah.
Waste.
That's another bill they can put.
This is prime time. This is prime time independent. Producer point at the clock. We are out of time. Sorry for that. I apologize. We hasn't dealt with the look back project. We have some 3.25 million acres of crown land.
You sure?
Try to get a piece of yours. I trying to get mine. I trying to get a piece of mine. I don't have to own it that way. I just own it where I can use it as a Bahamian. Foreigners is getting them. If you go back, the former Prime Minister right on Perry because he was part of a plan to give 10,000 acres to a foreigner. How many demons in this country has ever been granted that privilege of 10,000
For them to
acres?
speculate on the world market.
Like the I group
Yeah.
in Big One.
Yeah.
So Bahamians have to understand. You cannot blame Perry Christie for that. We got to blame ourselves. We allow it to happen. We sit by and do nothing. Because why? We are part of the PLP, so we don't care what they do.
Yeah.
We are part of the effort, we don't care what they do. We have to stand up as man. Because those who know something, majority of them, they wearing some tight pants. Cut short. And the sleeve them rolled up. Some of them trying to whine more than woman. This is Primetime Independent. My name is Balino Johnson, A.K. Independent. Thinker in the studio tonight with me was Dario Torelli, co-host. Hey, listen, you are the time so fast. Time to speed up in your
Why didn't realize that?
The reason why.
It means some good, interesting conversation. This will do. We had in
Yeah,
this
try to do
morning.
one more before the end of the year.
Yeah.
Before we try to get you back
I
one more time.
I normally go
And you
off.
can bring those bills in writing and try and put away how they put some the advantages and disadvantages with them.
Yeah,
so the person
yeah,
can say, all right, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And the advantages that you're offering for this bill is good, and the disadvantages so we can watch out for them is good, so they can put codes in between them to protect you from this and that.
Yes.
But we need to identify this country.
Big time.
We can't continuously depend on tourism because what tourism does, tourism leave us vulnerable because tourism is like ice cream. You know, the 9/11 prove it, the pandemic prove it. We need to have some sort of other pillars
What tourism supposed to
that
do?
can support the country when you have times like that.
Yeah.
I tired of listening to advisory where the minute they want to control you, they tell you, oh, don't go to the Bahamas. They put advisory out. And then, listen, we need to create diversification in this country. Use the Bahamians to give ideas. If you're out of ideas, use the Bahamians.
See, that's why I called Mr. Chester Cooper. Set up a symposium and let Bahamians come and throw sales pitch that you start blocking to get to you or the echelon of you.
But listen, listen. Millions of dollars in this country, they could tap into. You can tap into the numbers man, you know. You can say, listen, pass a bill where the numbers man must put this money towards this, right? Let them put the winning, 1% of the winning. Listen. 1% of the winning. You put an account there. And as the government need ideas and solutions, you offer prize. $100,000 who come up with the best suggestion and diversification with a proper plan to execute it.
Yeah.
Payments will get to work. Payments will get to
go
work.
ask no number, man.
200,000, $250,000.
One of the bill I said that FM need the table is a national lottery. Do a national lottery. I get.
Yeah, I'm talking about creating ideas.
Yeah, but we ain't gotta go to the number man. We go to create a national lottery, and if people get
for them.
No, man. That's
Dario Terrell, they will not do that because some politicians are benefiting from the number man now.
We know that.
Right, so they ain't gonna do that because I can stop their personal benefit. Hell with that.
Yeah.
This Primetime and Independent thing. Listen, tonight I'm on sponsor tonight, the City of Hope, that's the former Kansas Society of America. Trudy's Bread Shop on East Street. The bread from the pond in your hand, right after you pass the Windsor Park. Rasta Grains and Things on Nassau Street. Listen, treat yourself this weekend. Some healthy, eat some vegetables, fruits, drink some natural juices. Listen, some things need to change in this country. Vinton Barber Shop. Off Nassau Street, opposite the Nassau Street Court. Just turn to the corner, you see the building on the left, 2-story green, opposite the graveyard. When you get to your haircut and you need a 10% discount, you heard this out on Primetime with Independent Thinker. The right fit, coming this November. The perfect fit, I say the perfect fit, they say it is the right fit. Listen, even inside the building is sexy. Imagine that. The right fit on Darling Lane, on Woodford, coming soon this November for Thanksgiving. The night show is brought to you by Bits, Bahamas Inc. Toner Solutions on Montreal Avenue. If you have a printer that you believe ain't working, listen, you might need ink, you need tape, whatever you need. Go and visit. She carry all parts for printers, Epson, HP, listen, Brotherhood, whatever ink and toner you need. The number is 328-5249, 328-5249. The Apex Building, number 73, Mount Royal Avenue. Go visit, give a visit, tell you where they are on Prime Time with Independent Thinking. I really want to appreciate it. I want to tell you I appreciate you coming. You know, you always run out of time when you come. So much things to say, so much things to do in this country. We just tired continuously. Maybe people need to get up, wake up, and stand up as a man. And all these jelly back fellas who trying to play woman, let's leave them behind. Let them just enjoy themselves. Producer, carry us over with the great late Cylinder quote. If Bahamians aren't prepared to stand up and fight and defend for their own